Hey guys, in today's video we are testing the Magcubic HY310 mini projector for under 100 bucks. Now if you have been watching my channel, you would know that I made a review about the predecessor of this device, the HY300, and it was a great projector for its value, like for about $50. Well, this is slightly more expensive, but it also brings a lot more features to the table. So let's take a look at what this projector can do and cannot do and see if it's the right fit for you. Magcubic were nice enough to send me this as a review sample so I can show you guys what this projector can actually do. But before we jump into the projections, or if you want you can skip ahead. Alright, so if you'd like to grab this projector for yourself, I've put the link down in the description below, and there is a coupon code here that will save you 18% off from Magcubic's website. It's a great deal and you can also support my Dying Tech channel, so give it a go. Thank you. I wanted to talk about the build quality a little bit because I think it's quite of an upgrade over the predecessor of this projector, the HY300. So when it comes to the build quality, you have a very sturdy plastic body here and you can adjust this projector as you wish like that, but it also has this nice rubber stand here so you can put it absolutely anywhere and it will not tip over. There is also a screw in the middle here so you can attach it to a tripod, which is something that I'm always doing because it's just a lot more convenient that way. There's also your usual ports on the back like the HDMI, USB and the power adapter here, and there is also an on and off button, but I think that you would find it quite better if you use the remote that comes with this projector. And speaking about the remote, we have a really cool remote here with a mouse support, which is always good to have, and it makes the whole operation of the projector a lot easier. There's also a few other buttons here for controlling absolutely everything. What's funny here is that I also found this compartment which I have no idea what it is for. If you guys know, please let me know down in the comments because I have zero idea what this is. There is like some sort of a filter, maybe it's like a dust filter of some sort, or I have no idea, something interesting. So yeah, please do let me know. Anyway, let's jump to the projection and see what this bad boy can do. And first thing that you're going to notice when you boot up this projector for the first time is that it gets really hot, and it stays hot, but that's normal because it's very small and it has to somehow cool itself down, which it does with one fan. Now the coolest thing about this projector is that unlike the HY300, it actually can autofocus on its own, and just like its predecessor, it can also automatically adjust itself to the wall with the auto trapezoid correction, but that of course is not perfect, so I usually like to adjust it by myself, and you can do that by adjusting all of these four corners just like you see right now, and it's actually really versatile, so you can adjust it as you want. There is also some digital scaling option inside, so you could make the screen bigger or smaller depending on the size of your wall or ceiling. Now the projector is not one of the brightest, coming at 330 lumens, but it's definitely also not one of the dimmest, and it's definitely an improvement over the HY300. Being able to adjust any of the display settings here like I'm showing is also a big plus compared to its predecessor, which didn't have this option. You also have your Wi-Fi settings and you can set it up on any network super easily, or even a hotspot from your phone. I will show how the speaker is later, but if you want, you have the option to connect a Bluetooth device like an external Bluetooth speaker, which would probably be a little bit better. While this projector is running Android, there is a few features that are actually missing from it because it's running a very specific Android OS 11, and you can still control plenty of the things. You can sideload apps here, which I'm gonna show you later, but it's a little bit limited compared to a normal smartphone or a smart TV. This is the main menu here, and you can customize it to some extent with these wallpapers. But as far as picture quality goes, it is more or less what you would expect out of a $100 projector. It's Full HD with 4K capabilities, 4K support. As far as Full HD goes, it's pretty solid, not gonna lie to you. You also have access to your file manager, which is pretty convenient. This projector has Google Play Store, but it also has this Aptoid TV app, and this is basically where you can find many apps that you can sideload on this device. But what you can do more than that is that you can actually go and check the other versions of this app. So if there is something incompatible with your projector, you can always download an earlier version and have it working. Now something super important to consider, the Widevine Certifications is L3. You don't know what it means? I also didn't know just a few days ago, but basically these certifications have different levels, L1, L2 and L3. And if it's L1, that means that it's certified and you can do absolutely anything, but if it's not, then you might have a problem with some apps like for example HBO Max, which would not not play anything on my part no matter what I did, and even with side loading it still did not want to work. Everything else would work just fine, but some apps that have restrictions for these Widevine certifications are not going to work for you, because this projector has L3 and they require L1. That aside though, we can move on to the screencasting, and I can happily say that they made it so easy for you to screencast your phone to this device. You literally have to go to a site, download their own app and screencast it as you wish. I'm happy to say that Netflix is also working perfectly fine, so I'm gonna give you a sample of the speaker here and of the video quality so you can see what I'm talking about.
This is a world like no other, one brimming with mystery and teeming with danger, filled with hundreds of islands strewn across vast seas.
Come to those who are born strongest. It comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
And yes, I also did some projections to the ceiling because why not? And even though the screen here is smaller because I didn't have so much space, the picture quality actually looks a little bit crisper because it's a smaller screen, I guess. It's smaller projection, so it actually looks a little bit better. So there's something to consider. And guys, if you have been enjoying this video so far, then I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, like this video, or just drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think about this projector. It would really make my day. Thank you so much. Regarding the picture quality, I would give this a solid 7.5 out of 10, purely because the resolution is not one of the best, but nevertheless it still looks amazing and you can project a super big screen onto your wall or ceiling, so I can't complain about that if the projector is barely $100. And here I'm showing you how quickly and easily you can cast your screen from your smartphone to the projector, super fast and super easy, and you can be watching your Instagram reels as much as you want on your projector.
I finally hit diamond in league. I can live my life again. I'm finally done with the shitty game.
Wanna hook up your laptop with an HDMI cable to the projector? Well, yeah, you can do that, even though the screen turns a little bit smaller and I couldn't really find a way to make it bigger. It still works and it will do the job just fine. Just don't game on it. The input lag is crazy. So in the end, I would give this at least a 9 out of 10 because it's a lot of value for your money, and for $80, do you really think that you can find something better than this? I mean, the only downside is that the HBO Max is not supported, and I would really want to watch my Supernatural. So if you guys know a way to sideload this up or do something else that I didn't thought of, please let me know down in the comments, and I'm gonna be really appreciative. Anyway, links down in the description if you'd like to buy this projector. That will be all for me, and have a wonderful day and week ahead. Bye.